Hey guys, it's Magaz here connecting you to Airsoft. Welcome back to the Pants Part. If it isn't welcome back, go ahead, hit that subscribe button so that next time I see you and I say, welcome back, it is actually welcome back. And it isn't like when someone says, have a nice birthday, mate. And you're like, yeah, cheers, you too. And then there's that awful realization that sinks in that you are in fact that idiot and that guy is never going to talk to you again. You'll be lying awake in bed at 3 a.m. with, yeah, thanks, you too, replaying over and over in your head with flashbacks to the look on the other guy's face stuck in your brain. We both know you don't need that kind of thing going on in your life. You've got a busy day tomorrow. You need a good night's sleep. Let's avoid that by hitting the subscribe button. And while you're there, do the notifications thing too. Guaranteed you'll lose your virginity if you hit that one. Before we get underway, if you would like to help the channel monetarily, support through patreon.com/cbnpc. Really helps with the creation of these videos. In this episode of the Pants Party, we're going to be taking a look at TMC's take on the classic Gen 2 combat trouser. I picked this pair up in DCU or Tricolor Desert for £20 on sale. Normally they come in around the £45 to £80 mark depending on where you find them in stock. As with all enhanced combat trousers we have looked at in this series, we're going to take a look at all of the features and discuss the quality and build of these trousers. I would usually start with the type of fabric used, but I'm really struggling to find out exactly what the blend of fabric was used to make these trousers. I've seen different information on different websites. Even the official website has no information on the particular fabric listed. So I'd guess, based on the most common information, it could be a 50-50 polycotton ripstop blend. I believe these to be a much older run of trousers from TMC, and as a result you can see a distinctly lower quality of stitching in these than the other Gen 3 trousers I have from them, including the Novrich Kreuzauter trousers. It's definitely not Wish.com levels of terrible stitching, but it is certainly not up to the more modern TMC trousers quality. You can see in some places the stitch lines are not exactly straight. In some cases it has started to come away significantly. Let's start from the top and take a look at the features that make up a pair of Gen 2 trousers. The waistband is very large, particularly at the rear. It is internally padded, and the extreme height of the waistband will definitely go a long way to prevent the dreaded builder's crack that a lot of Airsoft players seem to suffer from on the field. I'd like to point out the stitching here on the rear of the waistband is a little bit all over the place. It's like they had intended on making angled reinforced stitching that was symmetrical but forgot what symmetry was as they went along. It's not a massive deal. This will be hidden beneath your belt when in use. But if a lack of symmetry bothers you, this might be something to look out for. There are 5 belt loops, all with loops at the bottom for a carabiner. Unlike the G3 trousers, the G2 do not come with any waist size adjustments. It's basically, you get what you get in regards to size. As expected, the waist is Velcro closure. The overhang is significant and the Velcro is solid. The zip on the fly is YKK branded and nice and smooth. Moving on to the pockets, we start with the standard hand warmer pockets. These are basic in design. Internally, they have the knee pad height adjustment cords, which in G2 style trousers consist of black 1-inch webbing and a lockable adjustment cinch. This differs from the G3 design, which opts for an elastic shock cord in the upper thigh pockets. On the subject of the thigh pockets on the G2 trousers, these pockets sit slightly lower than those on the G3 and are flush with the knee pad stretch fabric. They have a flat bottom, they are secured by Velcro and are slightly bellowed. As there is no adjustment cord inside, they are not cluttered internally. The cargo pockets do not feature the accessory pouch cut through like G3's. They are a lot simpler in design and do sit a little bit further around towards the back of the leg when compared to the G3 trousers. This can be annoying if you've got a lot of items stored away in them and you just want to sit down. I find that you can end up sitting on whatever you've got in these pockets. Internally, they're like any elastic retention devices like you would find on the G3 trousers. They are double bellowed and secured by Velcro though. The back pockets are flap closure secured with a single piece of Velcro on the outer edge. They are quite small internally and located just below the lower waist stretch panel. This stretch panel is made from a 4-way stretch fabric. The panel is smaller than what you would usually find on G3 trousers. As these are Gen 2 trousers, there is no stretch panel in the scrotal zone. The knee pad pockets at a glance look identical to G3 trousers. However, they lack the fabric insert to cover the hole when knee pads are not inserted. As with the waist, it has the same stretch fabric. The trousers do come with the standard G2 style knee pad inserts, which at this point are pretty much redundant. And if you're going to use an insert, probably better to find something a little more modern. The rear of the knee pad has a single adjustment cinch. The ankle pockets are basically identical to the thigh pockets, but placed on the ankle. Below these is the ankle hem. This can be adjusted with a cinch and secured to the rear. In an interesting move, TMC decided to line all of the inside edges with an edge binding fabric. In contrast to the desert camouflage, this is black and stands out massively. It is only visible if you look into the inside of the trousers with them removed, so it isn't going to be an issue. So that is all the features in a nutshell. Are these trousers worth it? In my case, they are definitely worth it. £20 for a pair of pretty solid trousers in a really nice pattern. It was a no-brainer to buy them. However, if I had paid full price for them and saw the amount of loose, wonky stitching, I'd be a little disappointed. That being said, I have worn them out several times, not yet in the airsoft field, and they are holding up really well. They don't feel like any of the seams would blow out if I got too energetic, and they do fit really nicely. The G2 design is a little antiquated at this point, and it may be more worthwhile skipping over these trousers and grabbing a pair of G3s instead. If you can find a pair as cheap as I did, I would definitely say it's worth picking them up, even as a backup pair of pants, or just to have that other pattern in your collection. But I don't think I could recommend going out of your way to try and find them. Where do they place on my list? Unfortunately, due to the stitching, not very high. They are low mid-tier trousers. They will definitely serve you well on the airsoft field, but probably would not last as long as some of the later offerings from TMC or other brands. If you have any questions about these pantaloons, drop them below and I'll do my best to answer them. Before I leave, again, I'd like to remind you that you too can be cool as fuck and support the channel at patreon.com/cbmpc. If this review has been helpful to you, go join the minimum tier for a month, and as internet celebrity tram driver Nick May so often says, chuck a buck or whatever amount you wouldn't miss if it fell out of your pocket my way. Don't forget to subscribe, there are plenty of review videos in the works, both as part of this series and in the Airsoft replica series. If you like Airsoft gameplay, there's plenty of content over on the gameplay channel as well. Thanks again, I'm Magaz, and remember kids, the air may be soft, but our balls are hard. Also, as an alternative to these pantaloons, this video here tells you everything you need to know about the standard TMC G3 trousers. It's well worth a look. If you want another G2 trouser, take a look at the Viper Elite G2 just here.